All right, this one's a little dicey because I do not want to give this person more of a platform. But lots of people are asking, like, hey, how do you guys feel about this? And to every person that asks, I always respond, we don't want to talk about this guy. So there's a dude who, he like live streams on Kick, and then he was in Japan. And
This fool!
This guy.
So we don't even gotta say his name, because fuck that.
Fucking Mr. Somalis.
Thanks.
Nah.
Yeah. So
I said half of it.
he goes up to people and, like, you know, he's just one of those, like, kind of like shock dudes that just wants to, like, I guess, like, annoy people for fucking content.
Did we ever do the first one here?
Nah.
So it started when he was in the train, and you know how, like, these fucking annoying streamers, like, they just do shock content, right? He went up to some Japanese dude, and then he was, I guess, like, he was paid. So, like, these streamers get, like, tipped to do shit or say shit.
Oh, I see.
So he was paid, like, whatever, $5 to go up to this guy and be like, Hiroshima, Nagasaki, and then, like, the fucking voice and whatever, right?
Yeah.
And then the guy's like, what? I don't understand. And then he was just, like, harassing this guy, and then this Korean guy was there on vacation. He could speak English. He's from Dallas or whatever, and he came and he goes, don't do this, man. What the fuck are you doing? And he was just being obnoxious. But after that, you know, a lot of people take kindness for weakness in Japan. And then this guy on a motorcycle rolled up and he goes, hey, what about fucking Hiroshima? What about that? What about Pearl Harbor? And then, like, he was like, oh, no. I'm just joking, man. It's all good. It's all good. He goes, no, it's not good. And then so he came up to him and he was like, what is this? He goes, what are you doing? And then the next time some guy came up in the middle of his stream, just grabbed his neck and then pulled him down. And I guess he's getting deported now. That's the last thing I heard. Yeah.
Is it confirmed that he's actually getting deported?
That's the rumors. But now he's like, people are just coming up into the street, just grabbing him and like.
Good. They're just bullying him. Good.
I was hoping he was gonna get really fucked up.
Yeah, someone should beat his
But my
fucking
dreams
ass.
didn't come true.
I think because he's live streaming and people don't want to like really fuck him up.
You'd have to get in trouble for it.
Yeah.
Voluntarily.
But he's getting harassed though. At least that's good.
Dude, who's fucking busting up laughing watching this guy go up to Japanese people on the subway going, Nagasaki?
Yeah, to like good, nice people that
Like,
are not.
who's fucking rolling over like, oh my god. this
And
is
who
great.
knows, is he even getting paid to do that, or that's his excuse?
Yeah, I'm
I
sure.
think it's like the tips they're telling him to say, like, say that certain thing. Oh, say this, and then they tip it. And
But
then
it's like if
he
he's
does
willing
it,
to
right?
say it, then he probably is down to
Yeah.
say it either way.
Right.
And they're calling him an American streamer. But I was like,
Yeah, because he's from here, right?
Is he?
I think he's from
I didn't know that.
Africa, and then went to America, and then like is living in
I
America,
see.
and then now is living in Japan. I don't know, some shit like that. But what do you guys think about what should happen to somebody that's doing that?
They should get punched in the
There's
fucking face.
a legendary Japanese MMA fighter that grew up in Hawaii that fought in Japan, and everyone was sending it to him, and he's super connected with the Yakuza, and then so he was like, okay, I know who he is, let me wait till I find him. And I was like, oh, I was gonna hope they found him. But
Is it Ensign?
he didn't, yeah, Ensign. I fucking love Ensign.
He's the man, bro.
but I think anytime someone confronts him, he just goes like, oh no, stop. Yeah.
I just don't understand. I saw this one video of this. He's like a popular guy on YouTube, and he goes in like people's ears, and he goes like, he says
The guy that goes,
not him,
I hate
not the
that guy
belt
too,
guy.
man.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
annoying.
man.
I like him when he's not doing that.
Oh, you're talking about the Mexican dude that's like
Yeah,
short?
He went up to like Lil Duval or something, and there was like some like, I think he was like at an event, and he went up to him and was like grabbing him, and then like, you know, like moaning in his ear at a live event while they all have like microphones, and then this big black security guard comes up and like fucking slams him on the ground and just beats him up.
I love that.
But then the whole time he's like pleading with the guy, like, what the fuck are you doing to me? Like, this is a joke. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
That's just everyone's out. They
That's
just say that as a
sentiment.
joke.
Yeah.
It's just like, I don't understand. Like, there's nothing more bitch made to me than that.
I
Like,
saw this one British prankster got fucked up. It was so satisfying, right? So like they were doing an ATM robbery prank.
oh, good.
This guy's
dude.
pulling out money, and he comes up and he pretends like he's robbing him, right? And this guy next to him that was getting money out just goes and starts wailing on his ass. And he's like, this is prank, whatever. And he just keeps fucking going, right? And then the guy's running up with the camera, and then he gets up, and he has blood all over his face.
Nothing gets me more rock solid than that.
I love that so much. So good, though.
Wow. Who walked into somebody's house with their family in there.
That was the craziest.
And the dad just like guides them out, but like goes into the house, sits on the couch, like kids are in there.
I feel like you can't do that in the UK.
Someone's house prank. You know that same dude that did that prank did one that
Is it the homeless one?
No, he went up to a freaking old, like there's this old white lady on a bench in the park with her little dog. And he steals her dog.
That's right. Dude, these people just need to like
runs off.
Oh, I hope he gets run over.
What's the prank though?
It's
that she thought her dog just got stolen.
Because it's reality to these people. It's not a prank.
Yeah,
no, dude.
At that point.
These aren't good pranks.
Punked. It's all because of punked.
But even punked was like so much like, you know. Is the word creative? Is that the word?
They are creative.
They do.
We're just like it's not as like
harmful.
Or serious.
They're more nuanced, at least.
And they're usually pranking their friends.
They're friends. That's the key thing.
Pranking celebrities, essentially.
That are friends.
Yeah.
I like Eric Andre. You like Eric Andre?
Yeah.
His pranks are really good, and I feel like they're kind of.
Well, his pranks usually he's the clown.
Yeah.
He's not making other people as much the clown, you know.
There was one where he was pretending to be he was a construction worker, and he's stuck in cement from his waist up. And he's like, please help me out, I don't know what the fuck happened. And then he's like, people are like throwing him a rope, and he's like, I just can't. And he's like, can you get me an ice cream cone? I need an ice cream cone. And then they go get him an ice cream cone, and they bring it back. He's like, oh, can I get some sprinkles? And they go back and get like that. That's a prank. That's funny to me. And everyone is just like really worried, like, oh my God, are you okay? And he's like, yeah, can I get some
They're running, getting sprinkles back. Here,
he needs sprinkles.
Well, it's like, how old is this problem? It's like when you look at Steve Green, fucking veteran of the prankster to pranksters.
Yeah.
It's like he lampooned this entire thing ages ago, yet there's always a new generation that doesn't fucking get it. And they do intentionally want these to be this way.
Yeah,
like they're
that's
not
true.
missing the mark.
I think
like
it's
they're
just-
hitting it.
So like, there's out of the male population, it's a high amount of like sociopaths, psychopaths, right? Like 1 out of 10 or whatever. I think it's just young men that have no social awareness.
Oh yeah.
And they're just like, whether it's like, have you heard of influenza or like not influenza?
Affluenza.
Influenza's just the flu. Affluenza, or like people that are just they grew up like in such a bubble, they don't realize like they don't have empathy, right? So they go, oh dude, it's gonna be so funny because you know it's a joke to you fucking know, but do they know?
Or they didn't have parents that would beat their ass.
Exactly.
That's the main thing.
That's the main thing.
And then when they're getting like fucked up, they're just like, wait a minute, why is it happening to me?
Yeah.
I remember there were those guys, I think they were like in New York or something, and they had like accents. I don't know where they were from, but they would just do pranks in the hood because they knew that, like these black dudes would beat the fuck out of them if they tried anything. And but like I couldn't stop watching their fucking videos because at the time I was like, who's watching this? I'm watching it.
You became their demo.
And I'm mad watching it. But these guys, this one guy was tying his shoe, and he goes up and he pushes his head down and has like a fart sound effect, and he farts on his fucking head, dude.
Oh yeah, I remember that guy.
And then the guy like goes over and beats the shit out of him, and he's like, it's a prank. But at that point, it's like, I know that's what they're trying to get, but part of me is like, do they need to like break a limb on them? You know? I think
hopefully.
The part that makes me feel the worst about all of these examples is if it creates a negative effect on race relations.
Yeah.
And I think what this guy is doing is so damaging that he's making people walk away from these liking black people less.
Yeah.
And that's a fucked up problem. Like,
If you look
you
at
can't do
comments,
that.
If you look at comments on there, it's like, oh, we don't associate out of like, the black community, blah, 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 like all that stuff.
But they shouldn't have to say that shit. Like, the thing he's doing, he's going to Japan and he's talking about Hiroshima. Like, whatever the fuck you are, that's really fucking bad.
And it's not even, it's not funny.
Oh, I got paid to say it. I had to say it because I got paid. Like it's a joke.
It's almost a worse reason.
Yeah, that's a really bad excuse.
Dude, you really want to create more races?
I got paid to beat your ass.
That's the thing that sucks. It's like
Because they already don't like foreigners in Japan.
Right.
So like you're making it even worse.
and it's almost a justifiable hate.
Yeah. Right. Exactly.
Because they don't know that this guy's doing it for, and even if they did know, they don't understand it that way. They're just like, oh, is this just how people look at us?
And if you have to get your clout up by doing something like that, is that even worth it?
Yeah.
Some people it might, you know.
Yeah, it might be,
That's-
but at the same time, it's like, it's really not. If you if you pull out a little bit, you're like, this is not helping you in any way. This is just putting a worse name on for you anyway.
And it just hurts the communities. That's the hardest
Yeah.
part. Is it causes resentment that wasn't originally maybe not there. Like maybe they didn't have an opinion and now they do, and it's like based off of this guy. Like that sucks.
I think the only way to make this right is like a bunch of Somalian dudes beat his ass in public and say, this is how we actually feel about it.
That's like some cartel fixing.
Yeah.
I think so,
You know,
because
the cartel does that. They put their own guys out and with a sign that says sorry.
If Ensign finds him.
Oh yeah.
You probably already did.
Because there's another video where I think someone stole one of his buddy's cars, and then they found the guy that stole the car, and then they made a video of what they did to the guy. And I was like, oh, that's really cool.
they didn't get in trouble.
Criminal charges?
I think because the car that was stolen was in Hawaii, and it was just Hawaii justice. So I think everyone that watched like, oh, I get it.
Yeah.
You don't fuck with people like that in Hawaii, and then the person
Wow.
yeah.
Yeah, I would love for
So
someone to try
they
that
whooped that
in Hawaii.
guy's ass and then tied him up, and then he just had his like knee on his back until the cops came, and then the cops just came like
Oh, so he wasn't like doing
not like torture tactics.
torture like illegal. He just caught him and then
Because he's like the streets love him so much, like people will look out like
tight.
help me find this guy, they'll help him find it, and he'll just come find you.
Dope.
Dang, like a bounty hunter.